Hello there. Welcome to Real Talk with ASM and Anastasia, except for she's not here. Tonight, Anna is not going to be here. So that means we get to talk about her. Don't tell, okay? I'm kidding, of course. I love you, Anastasia. Okay. Sorry, just being silly. For new folks, the live show discussion topics, as always, are anything you feel is newsworthy about anti-racism, bigotry, inequality, and corruption in America, in the United States. And so that means that that's everything, as usual. I am going to post. I just want to give a quick thank you to people who are sending me real-time news. I can't keep up with all this. I'm sure you can't either. It's a nightmare, but let me just see. If you do happen to come across breaking news and you're not busy, please send it my way. I will be thrilled and very thankful. So, and then later on, if you want to call in, the call-in number's right here. All right. So let's get started. Just make sure I'm really on. If you're watching, this is a participatory show. That means if you don't participate, there's no show. So this could be a fast one. We had to take 2 weeks off for various reasons, but I'm back, and Anastasia thought she was going to be back, but then it turned out she couldn't. So it is just me. So I wanted to get us started. Tonight's topics are Anastasia's protest. I don't know if everyone's heard, but she was injured. I'll tell you all about it. She's okay, and she broke her hand. I guess 2 bones in her hand. I have to follow up because she was still getting all the information when I last spoke to her. But it was pretty bad. And I'm going to tell you all about it. She sent the video. It was at a protest. The anti-lynching bill, I want to know what you think. Obviously, it was a little bit, 200 tries too late, but we'll talk about that. And then the big slap. All right. And I don't really go there because it's not my place to go there. As a white person, it's not my place to judge and, exert my privilege onto 2 Black men. It is absolutely inappropriate, but it's not inappropriate for you all to say something. So I want to know what you think. I did a video on it, but it wasn't really on that. It was kind of on an offshoot of it. So let's get started talking about Anastasia. If you're watching, please say hello. And let me just get all situated here. Comment anytime. And okay, here's what happened. My partner, or my co-host for this show is Anastasia. And she's wonderful. I adore her. She is the most true person, such a genuine human being. In fact, that's how she got injured. She is such a warrior. She went out to a protest and outside of a courtroom. And I'll tell you all about it in a minute. And what happened was she got it. Well, I'll just tell you the story really briefly, because when she's here, she's going to tell you all about it. Last week, Anastasia was at a protest, and an enraged man, I don't know how else to put it, basically an enraged man, he was like kind of loony, got right up into her face and ended up aggressively lashing out and slapping her. And he slapped her hand away. He was a white dude, and she ended up kind of breaking her hand in 2 places. And I just want to start by saying how incredibly sorry I am that happened to Anastasia. She was attacked by a white supremacist. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. I'm just going to say how it is. And she is one. I shouldn't really say this, but that woman is a badass. Okay, I'm just saying. Don't tell her I said that. No, she's amazing. She's absolutely amazing. I don't know what I would have done. I probably would have run and screamed. I don't know. I do not think my 10 years of martial arts would have kicked in. I would have been like, she went after that guy and punched him in the face. Like, straight. I was like, wow, that's how she broke her hand. But anyway, Ramses, yay, thanks for being here. We haven't been around, Anna and I haven't for a couple weeks because we had some things going on. Normally we do every single week, but we will get back into it. Thanks for being here, Ramses. I appreciate it. So she is my new hero. I'm just saying. The guy was huge white dude, nasty, and the police just let him act out obnoxiously. It was incredible. It was so telling. So I'm going to show you the video of it just so people know what was going on, but I'm not going to show you the whole thing, just the parts of it that are kind of imperative to know about. And I want to hear what you have to say. I just think she's such a warrior because she's putting her life at risk as a Black woman doing this, and it's amazing. Talk about dedication. So with no further ado, I will switch up and we can, oopsie, when, let me just see here. Not invite guests. Uh-oh. Give me 1 second. This is interesting. I go away for 3 little weeks and all of a sudden I can't switch. It's changed. Everything's changed. So give me a second. Don't run away and I will figure out. Got it. All right. I am going to show you what's going on with the lovely Anastasia. She is, I believe she's getting better, but let's do it. Here she is. This is a picture of Anastasia's broken hand while she was at the hospital. Anastasia and I do weekly live shows on the AngrySoccerMom YouTube channel together. But yesterday, she was with a group of people outside of Fairfax County, Virginia courthouse because there was a trial going on of a Fairfax police officer who had done police brutality, and they were protesting. And a 6'3" white man didn't like what she was saying, and he attacked her. And this is her hand after she punched him in the face. Here's a brief summary of the case they were protesting and what happened to my friend Anastasia. All right, I'm going to skip that part because you guys can watch that. But I don't want to like force you to watch through this whole thing. But anyway, watch quickly because it happens fast.
Swooshing, WUSA 9.
Get your fire! Get your fire! Talk to her like that! Don't talk to her! No! He hit her! He hit her! Talk to her! Talk to her! Justice! No peace! No racist! Police! Thank you, goddamn! Thank you, fucking bitch! You stupid fucking bitch! Put your fucking hands on a woman! That's why your head goes down, you bitch! You lying ass bitch! He had a burp! Have it on camera!
You can talk to me, because I didn't touch you.
Yeah, thank God he came! He hit her!
To us.
He hit her!
Me.
Okay. Okay. That was, I mean, there was a lot going on there, but that's what happened to Anastasia, and they arrested him. They did arrest him. Turns out this guy had a rap sheet a mile long. This is what he does. He's out of control. He punches people, screams at people. It's on my channel if you want to look. But anyway, Anastasia is a total badass. Vernon, hello. Thanks for trying to be here. I appreciate it. I know you're supposed to go to bed. This was just crazy. So she called me from the hospital saying, yeah, but direct front punch. I love her. I hope she's okay. So anyway, that was that. So she's going to obviously come on and tell all about it next time she's around, which will be next week. But so that's what happened with Anastasia. It was at a these white supremacists are fucking crazy. I mean, not like I need to tell you that, but she's risking her life being there. Yet she's always there. I have more respect for that woman. All right, I'll stop gushing over her. Tonight's going to be kind of a short show. So if you are watching, please say hello and definitely give me your opinion. The next, let me just get this. Oopsie.
So why did you say?
Not that. Boop. Okay. The next thing, if nobody else has a topic they want to discuss, I wanted to talk about the anti-lynching bill that this week President Biden had signed a bill that made lynching a federal hate crime. And I want to hear what you think of that. Why now? Will it even be enforced? What will it even do? I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I want to talk about some of the facts about the history of lynching, which most folks know, but not everybody. And then I want to read some comments about this new law. I've been asking all day long, and yesterday as well, and the day before as well, what like people are thinking about this. And so I've gotten some pretty strong opinions all over the place. So hopefully I will add those. So I want to talk about quick facts, and I'm going to race through this so no one's bored, I hope. Facts about the history of lynching. A lynching is a public killing, a murder, an execution of an individual that has had zero due process. These executions were carried out by lawless mobs, basically crazy psycho racists. I don't know how to put it. And police officers would participate under the pretext of justice. There's no justice. It's ridiculous. It's basically an excuse to murder somebody. Lynchings were violent public acts. They were attractions that white people used to use to terrorize and control Black people, mostly in the 19th and 20th century, particularly in the South, but let's be real, it was everywhere, and we're still doing it. A lot of times people will claim a lynching death is a suicide. I mean, they won't look into it. When it's systemic, like it is as completely far-reaching as it is in the United States and the world, people just don't care. Or that bad. So many times they weren't just executions, though. They involved extreme brutality, such as torture, mutilation, decapitation, desecration. I mean, this is some sick shit. Okay, I'm sure a lot of people already know this, but a lot of white folks don't understand. They didn't just throttle someone until they couldn't breathe by their neck and hang them. This was like ritualistic crap, you guys. This was sick shit. They invited people to it. That's how open. It's just like, how open it is that the police in America, or their origins were from slave patrols, and their culture is that of white supremacy and basically white supremacists with impunity. It's terrifying. Well, and there's just like open, like blue wall, blue whatever, blue line that everybody knows about. It's an open, everybody knows it. Yet we're like, oh yeah, everybody, it's just our culture. That's how lynchings were. Everyone knew, they went on. People were they accepted it. Hey, not Black people, obviously, not brown people, not anyone who gave a shit about their fellow humans. But yeah, castration, you guys, I don't want to get into it because it's just horrific. But they used to torture them when they were alive. These people, we have their descendants, okay, living among us now. I'm just saying, they could be your neighbors. This is terrifying to me. And that's one of the reasons I won't stop talking about systemic racism. And a lot of the white folks think I'm crazy. And you know what? If giving a shit means I'm crazy, then I'm crazy. I don't care. It's just some sick, deep-seated stuff. Ramses, you're back. Yay. Thanks. So if you're watching, don't be afraid to say hi. But these are our neighbors now. They had kids. They continued the system of generational racism. So they burned people alive. Lynchings were public spectacles attended by the community in like this. Ronald, yay. Thank you. I wish my Anna was here, but I'm happy you guys are here. Yay, thank you. They sold souvenirs for the goddamn things. This was not like some sort of anomaly. This was purposeful. They became prevalent mostly following the Civil War. And I know you guys probably know this, but a lot of white folks who are watching and will watch later, not live, need to know this. This was the de facto law of land. This is what was done, with pretty much no recourse at all. Their kids came. I mean, anyway, I'll stop at that. But it continues still today in many different forms. For Black Americans, lynching was meant to instill fear and terror. Well, no shit, Sherlock, right? And was used to keep people from voting, from protesting, from pursuing an education, from actually participating in human society. Human society, okay? So lynching could happen to a Black person for any made-up reason. There didn't have to be a reason. Maybe the excuse would be that they didn't address a white person by sir or ma'am. That's it. I mean, I'm talking nothing for their mere existence. Aline, oh, yay, thank you for being here. Oh my gosh. She says, no, you're crazy. You're I hope you said not honest. You have a heart and a conscience. Oh, thank you so much. And I'm not special. This is the way humans are supposed to act. It's like you see a problem and you do something. But thank you. That's a really nice compliment. I honestly get all my hate from white people. If I'm to be honest, they are enraged at me. They send me stuff. Oh my God, you should see what they send me. I've had police, I've had death threats. It's just ludicrous. We need to cling on to our racism. It's pathological. I don't get it. And I actually stopped. Eileen, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Eileen. I'm a phonics specialist. That's how pathetic I am. I'm like, am I? Anyway, you can teach me if we talk sometime. This kind of stuff it's just crazy. Anyway, so I want to know what you guys think. The lynching was an excuse to murder, basically. Let's just be real. It was an excuse to act out the rage. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I don't know why we do it. And I've come to the point where I used to try to figure it out. Because, like, you know, I'm a white privilege going, oh, if I could figure this out, then maybe I could help. I'm not so much into that anymore. I don't care why we do it. It's sick, it's barbaric, and it destroys lives. And yeah, it kills. But for every murder that racism takes, thousands and thousands of little microaggressions. And I say little because they're really hard to detect unless you are educating yourself about it if you're a white person. Little microaggressions, slights, little things that, you know, maybe they did this, maybe they didn't. Why didn't you get invited to the party? Why didn't you get the prize? Why didn't you? You know, you just never know because, you know, we're getting really, really good at this. It used to be all overt and everything, but now that's generally frowned upon. Then we got Trump, so we went a little bit back. Shout out to the basically the leader that most people have been looking for, white folks have been looking for since the Civil War. I'm sorry, that's just how I categorize him. He didn't start it, but he absolutely made it okay to be a racist piece of shit. So you might think, why did we pass this now? I don't know. Tell me what you think. Why do you think we passed it now? I definitely have my ideas of why we passed it. Okay, I'm not trying to be like rude, but it's because we're racist as fuck. And that is why we couldn't pass it for 200 plus times. Let me explain that one more time. It took us over 200 bills. Okay, and we'll talk more about that. 200 bills of people who wanted to actually act like a freaking human to do this. So, and I put the video up. As most people know, I'm not a huge Biden fan. We didn't have choices. We didn't have choices. I want extremely progressive. I want people who are out there who are into anti-racism, into humanity, into standing up and actually catching up to, I don't know, people who are humane, because our nation's way behind. Dave, hello, hello. Oh, Mako, hi. Oh my gosh, I'm really happy you guys are here. Dave says, good evening. I haven't been on for months or so. Good to see you. I have very happy they signed the anti-lynching bill. It only took 85 years, but better late than never. And Mahako, thank you so much for being here. I know a lot of people have lots to do, so when you're here, I appreciate it. It's going to be a very short show tonight. People have a lot to say about this bill. It failed to pass legislation. It's been, let me see, I want to show you some facts. Congress first considered the anti-lynching bill legislation more than 120 years ago. All right. And on my YouTube, I have a video of the signing, and it was kind of interesting because I thought, oh, geez, I'm not a huge fan of Biden, obviously. He was the lesser of two evils, I think, for me. But I do support anything he does that will help Black, Brown, Indigenous people and people in historically historically marginalized groups, obviously. But I'm not thrilled with him. I knew it's just, I don't even get into it. It's such a disappointment. This nation could be so amazing. It's just, anyway, that's a whole nother topic. But we failed to pass anti-lynching legislation over 200 times, starting with the bill introduced in 1900 by North Carolina Representative George Henry White, the only Black member of Congress at the time. So, I mean, this is a thing that, and my personal opinion, which is really neither here nor there since it's not my really place, but I got to scream this out. Why the hell would someone vote against having this? They'd be, what are they, pro-lynching? What the hell? I mean, I don't get it. And again, I don't think I can try to get it because it's insane. Okay. And I don't want to overuse that word, and no disrespect to people who have actual mental disorders. I do not mean it that way. I mean, like, that's like being a lunatic. So it failed to pass. He wanted to have it introduced in 1900. Damn. Experts believe that, and this is kind of interesting because I was like, why now? What's going on here? Well, we have a person who was willing to pass it, obviously. But experts believe that the Emmett Till Anti-Lynching Act is clearly symbolic, which is kind of what I was just like, seriously, like, how about do something? I mean, but they also think it serves as a backup for when the state allows somebody to murder. So it serves as a backup for people who get away with these crimes by the state, and their state lets them get off. The federal charges can be used and added. I read all about this, okay, to give 30 additional years because the state's charges and convictions could be, overturned, or they can try to somehow get out of it. It just depends. But then they can charge them with the federal. So it isn't just symbolic. So even if they somehow get an appeal, they can, welcome T. If they get an appeal, they can actually still have federal charges. So it does do something, but it has to be applied. And I'm sure this is not going to come as a surprise to anybody, but I'll wait till I see it applied. Because you know what? We have these laws and they're all lovely, but you can't change a person's heart. You can't make somebody care if they don't give a shit. We all know that. And I don't even go there. But Eileen, let me see. I'm sorry. I meant not crazy. Well, I hope so. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you. I figured you probably did. You and Jane Elliott are two of my favorite. Oh my God. That's the nicest compliment. She's my hero. I know you two have been through quite a lot of negativity just by talking the negative truth. I hope that never allowed them to break your spirit. Never. Just thank you. You're so sweet. I love all your posts. Just to thank you so much. I try to read everything you write. You're amazing. They cannot do it. It's inside me. I will do anything I can, humanly possible. Not to be some hero, I'm actually really shy. I know that sounds crazy, but I can do this because it's not about me. So I can say, it's not about me. If I'm it's about my fellow humans. And I can't just watch this and be like, oh, It's, it's not important. I'm watching my fellow humans that I love be destroyed by a human construct. It's not even real. It's not even real. So if I could just get to one person, that would just make my life complete, because they do not want to listen. Oh my God. Anyway, enough about me. Thank you so much. That's the ultimate in compliments. Lerone. Hello. Welcome. Mr. Borish. Welcome. Thank you for being here. And let me read your comment. Rittenhouse lynched 2 people and got away with it. Absolutely. He's, don't even start me. I'm gonna get like seriously triggered about this. He sure did. He went, it's like, I guess this is kind of how I see him, is he went to make trouble, basically. He went down to become a problem, and he did. And he got away with murder. And it's really sick. I did so many shows on him. Oh my God. But no, that's an excellent point. So it's crazy. But what do you guys think from your heart? What, like, you probably knew that this was going to be signed. Did you think it was just like basically to put on a show or something? Or, I mean, I'm not taking away from that it's good. Yeah, it's good. It's just like, decades and decades too late. But and I just have so little trust right now personally that I'll be waiting until they utilize it to the maximum capacity of the law. If you are overtly racist in today's society, you got some serious issues. I mean, serious. And I'm not trying to be mean. It's like, get some fucking help. That's all I have to say. Get some help. And there's, honestly, if anybody ever watching my shows or what I do, if you're white and you seriously really want to learn, come to me, private message me. I will work with you privately on, messaging. I'll do whatever it takes to help you learn. I'll take it slow. I will not be rude to you. I will not be mean to you. It's just, and if anybody watching, if you have friends that are just really, really racist and if you're a Black or brown or indigenous person, this is not your responsibility to teach us how to act human. This is not, you don't like have to live with it all day long and deal with, the microaggressions and the abuse and just our society in general, and then go home at night and teach everybody. So please do not hesitate to personal message me. I've called people. I've had over the years. I only call people if they want me to call them. I don't just call them. But anyway, Mahako, I will never give them props. They always do this stuff for specific reasons that have nothing to do with morals. They just want more Black support and vote. Thank you for your opinion. Thank you. Yeah, a lot of people thought that. It's not genuine at all. Same with the assigning the new Black Supreme Court justice. Not all skin folk are kinfolk. I was going to ask you about that too. Yeah, I have a plethora of opinions from a bunch of people. I was going to read some of them, but Mahako, thank you so much for telling me what you think. I've heard that over and over again. I want to know what you think. I want this to be a platform to talk about what you think. I already talked too much. Lerone, it's way overdue, but it should be at least 50 years. It should be at least 50 years as opposed to 30, and will be used against police as well, because many of them are racist, hiding behind the badge. Great point. Absolutely. I hope it is used against any person who chooses to do a crime against humanity. And that is what systemic racism is. And that is what a personal racist attack is. It's depraved. So yeah, I hope to hell they use it. I'm not holding my breath. I don't know what to say. I'm just being honest. The problem is you can litigate till you're blue in the face. You can try to get people to, follow the law. And like at work, you can get them to follow the law because there are laws at work and employers can get in trouble. So, there's the diversity training and all that at work. And it's not to make them into people who actually give a shit. It's to make the companies not get sued. I mean, let's be real. And that's lovely for the companies. And so these racist folks behave at work. Well, that's nice, but it's not going to change their hearts until they really learn the history and the reality of what it does to people. And they have to be told the truth, and over time, and they can change. I've seen it. A lot of people don't believe it, but I've seen it. But making it so that you comply with an employer's, for work, it's a good thing, but let's be real. It doesn't change hearts. I don't know how to change hearts other than education over time, and restorative justice and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm blabbing. Dave, Justice Brown said that she will recuse herself from any affirmative action cases, but when is Clarence Thomas going to recuse himself from cases involving Trump or January 6th? If he doesn't, why should she? Yeah, it turns out, great questions. As it turns out, unfortunately, Trump helped us to discover there are hundreds and hundreds of laws that aren't really laws, because they might be on the books as laws, but there's no follow-up. There's no consequences to them. So while it might be illegal to do a certain thing, there's no consequences. There's no venue to follow up and punish. So basically, it's not really a law. It's a suggestion. And I believe, and I'm not an attorney, obviously, but I believe the recuse part is left up to each individual judge. And that's a little dicey for me. I'm sorry. I mean, at minimum, maybe a vote. What do you guys think? I mean, we got issues. We got corruption. That is basically handing someone a corruption ticket. The whole Clarence Thomas thing, if you want to talk about it, you can definitely do so, and I'll read it and stuff. I'm kind of watching it still, personally. But I wanted to read one quick comment about, let me see what time it is. Oh my gosh, I talk so much. Okay. One quick comment that somebody, an anonymous person, wrote, and I thought it was pretty damn interesting. I read all of them unless they're completely nasty, in which case I don't read them. This person said, and this is about the signing, I'm not excited by the signing of the bill. The amount of time and effort expended shows me that this is optics driven. I find it difficult to reason this is an indicator of, I find it difficult to reason this is an indicator of cultural and legal growth. Yeah. I mean, give me a break. Have you been around? Big Red, yay, thanks for being here. Sweet. Biden, of all people, signed this. And then he goes on to say, this is the same man that praised Robert Byrd, a man who called a senior advisor boy, which, by the way, can be used in a court of law as a violent act. The use, not in all cases, but I just wanted to go there because I was looking this stuff up, and it can be used. So if, I guess, AKA if you attack somebody after, I'm not suggesting it by any means, but if you attack somebody after doing that and they're doing it in a vicious way, it has passed. And I don't want to get into it because I'm not an attorney, but a man who called his senior advisor boy. Oh, and how about a man who sponsored legislation to restrict busing? A white leader who states that forced busing to desegregate schools would cause his children to grow up in a racial jungle. I don't know who said that. So if you're out there watching and you say, I don't know, no one said that. Let me know. I did not look that up. His war on drugs legacy. I mean, there's a lot of reasons that I get this guy's opinion. I'm not here to judge it. I'm just telling you, there's a Black person saying what they think. If people weren't so tribal, politically speaking, it would be easy to know who he is. Of course, I assume apologists will claim he grew and evolved. So no, I'm not impressed. This said for those states that are willing to turn their nose to crime as an expression of racial hate. Well, that is indeed progress. That said, you cannot legislate morality. I thought that was a pretty good comment from a person who really cares. And let me take your comments, Jim Crow Joe. Yeah. I mean, you can tell me what just crushed your heart, but when he, and by all means, we should definitely have the bill that was signed into law for the lunatics that were going after Asian people over COVID, but we didn't even have an anti-lynching law, for the love of freaking God. It's like, that was where my head just dropped, and I'm like, yep. And he was so proud too. And it's a great thing. It's not that I want less for others. I just want the same justice and equity for my Black, brown, and Indigenous brothers and sisters. It's just, I'm not saying like do rotten things like let police abuse white folks. How about not abuse anybody? How about that script? The script where, I don't know. I hope I'm explaining this right. But a lot of people say, you just hate white people. I'm like, off you go. I don't know what to say. It's not true. But that's just a good excuse to completely not face the facts. We live in an oppressive, obnoxious system of racism, and we kind of like it. How do I know this? Because if we didn't, we have the majority. We'd stop it. I'm just saying. I go to extremes. Let's say if somebody went on TV and started murdering little babies, we'd be all screaming, ah! Well, we're murdering Black people and brown people. And we're actually murdering white people too, but we don't seem to give a shit. That's a whole nother video. As long as it's hurting Black folks, we're A-okay. So I won't even go there. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, I'm sorry. It speaks for itself. Systemic racism is still rampant in every single area of life in America today. So we collectively, in the aggregate, my new favorite word, we don't give a shit. And so that's how it rolls, and it's crazy. But anyway, that was that one person's opinion. Anybody else, if you would like to tell me what you think about this anti-lynching bill? Eileen, thank you. Oh, I love your sincerity in speaking the truth and telling it like it is. It never gets old. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you're never discouraged and you don't talk too much. If anything you are doing, thank you. I'm bad. I do, because I get nervous because I'm kind of shy. So I'm like, thank you though. If anything, you are doing exactly what is needed under the current circumstances, which is long overdue. It is, Eileen, it's my honor. I don't need any thanks. This is like the least I can do. Not to be like rude, but I think all people should do it. Like, I think every white person who has an audience, not to be like a hero or get on TV or be like, yay, look at me, but because you're a human being, and it's like, you can't just watch this. It's so obvious. I don't know. It's just, thank you. You are incredibly kind, and I love all your comments, and I try to read everything possible when I'm on my Facebook that I sneak into, by the way, because I got kicked off for life. Thank you. That's really, really, that means a lot to me. Vernon, I think it's too little too late, but better than nothing as far as the lynching bill. Yeah. That I definitely can relate to that. I just don't even know what to say. Okay, I'm not supposed to give all my opinions on this. I want to hear yours, but of course I have to. I think it speaks volumes in the worst way about the depths of our systemic racism that we had to put it through 200 times. And like, that's pathetic. That just says it all. I don't, this nation could be amazing if it was going with if the will of the people was amazing. But the will of the people right now, as we speak in 2022, is that what it is? Isn't amazing. They always drag their feet when it comes to Black people. It's like we don't really matter. It's like everybody will get something. Everybody, but Black people, they'll get the opposite. We'll blame them. We blame the victim. And I'm not saying act like a victim, and I'm not going there, but Black folks and brown folks and Indigenous folks and anyone who's not white, I'm sorry, by default, we live in a system of systemic racism. So you are a victim of that, whether you want it or not. It doesn't mean you're acting like a victim. It doesn't mean you're a victim in that way. But I'm sorry. Look at the stats. The statistics in every area of life speak for themselves. Environmental, medical, school, everything. It's because this is stuff in our hearts, and a law can't change someone's heart. So, sure, we've made progress, but damn, it's not enough. It's not fast enough. It's not honest enough. We live a lie. If you're white and you live in the United States of America and you're not actively trying to stop this, you live a lie. obviously people are busy, and the more impoverished white people are, the less able they'll be able to do this usually. But Vernon, people don't want their cousins arrested for lynching. That's why it couldn't pass before. The others have blinders on. Vernon, but thank you. Basically, like I said earlier, yeah, you stole my line, kind of, or maybe I stole yours. No, absolutely. These people that were doing the classic lynching in the day, inviting their family and sending postcards and putting it in the freaking newsletter, the newspaper, they reproduced, unfortunately, and they had offspring that they taught to hate. You know, the cycle of like generational racism. And they're walking among us. You know they are. They're lawyers, they're judges, they're doctors, they're construction workers, they're teachers. They're here. And this is a really, really sick part of our culture. So, well, if you ever get the chance, read the book called Two Nations Separate, Unequal, and Hostile by Andrew Hacker. One of the greatest books ever written on racism by a white person. Very honest. He put in perspective. Wow. Okay. I've actually never heard of that book, and I'm way into the books. I can't keep up with my reading, but okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. If you ever, not to put you on the spot, if you ever want to come on and talk about it, you come on the show and talk about it. I would love that. We'd have to pre-meet and everything. But I always want people who want to come on and talk about what they're passionate about. Very cool. By the time they get to stuff, it's too late. We can't benefit from anything. I guess that's the point. Yeah, I mean, maybe this will be good for our children. I don't know. But yeah, this part of my like exasperation, shall we say, is that this is not rocket science, people. It's obvious. Every stat from every research that's pretty much, unless they're like making up shit, shows extreme systemic racism. Extreme. I mean, this is not something that's kind of no. And then when you look at the research, of course, you look at real life. Hello, look at real life. Yes, there's systemic racism is embedded in everything. So this is a no-brainer. This has been, I don't know. That's what just really kills me. When I think about this, I shouldn't think about this really. Okay, I shouldn't tell you to think about this, but I'm just gonna say it. Every single bill that was passed, or actually that was not passed, excuse me, I misspoke, was not signed by hundreds and hundreds of politicians. Who wouldn't sign a freaking anti-lynching bill? What the hell? I would be more, really? Oh my God, yay. Okay, do you know how to, I'm going to hold you to it. I would love that. Because I want my friends and my, people who like watch and support and are my buddies to come on. Because I want you to talk, not me, because I get like nervous. So I'm just saying, please get a hold of me. Don't you run away. I'll find you. That would be amazing. Because I used to do a book club, but I couldn't really keep it up because people just weren't that into it. Maybe I'm not good at book clubs, but I thought they were good, but I don't know. So anyway, thank you. You guys are wonderful. Blah, blah, blah. Anyone else want to add their opinion? Okay, so we'll put that to the side. I'm glad they did it. I wish they did it like 100 years plus ago, but whatever. And I hope to hell they use it. The next and last topic that I have for us tonight is the big slap. Okay. Now, I know it's probably been like over-talked by everyone's like, shut up about it. I'm not actually going to talk about it. Okay. Yay. Or this like big clapping from somewhere. I don't think too many people missed it. I'm going to tell very briefly what it was. And then I would really like it. I did a video on it, but I didn't really do the video on it. I did the video on the larger ramifications, well, shall we say. It's a very short video, but I really want to show you because I was a hag. I rolled out of bed. I had heard this at 2 a.m. on Sunday night, and I'm like, I looked at the actual thing, and I'm like, do I not have my context in? Am I seeing wrong? What the hell is going on? I thought he just went up to him and I thought he punched him in the face. And I thought that was part of the, act. And I'm like, damn, that's a really kind of desperate thing to do. I didn't know why he was doing it, but I thought it was part of the, like, they purposely did that. I mean, looked like he really got him. So I was like, So in the morning, I read about it more. I went to sleep. I woke up at 6 a.m. I rolled out of bed, and that's when I did the video. I took my kid to school. I was a hag. It was crazy. So, but I just did a kind of off the cuff thing, and I want to show you. So I want to talk about the big slap, but briefly, the Oscar awards the Oscars came to a halt, kind of Sunday night when Chris Rock made a joke about Jada, the wife of Will Smith, causing everyone to kind of be like, wow, he went up there and he got so mad and upset. He slapped him. He walked up on stage. So I'm sure most people have seen it. Apparently this wasn't planned. And according to the Oscar production people, Smith, who was this is kind of poetic almost. He ended up winning for the, now I played college tennis. I played circuit. I did everything. So like, I know a lot about, also I lived in California when they were coming up, Venus and Serena Williams and their father. And so I know a little bit more than probably most about what was going on. I also taught in Compton, California during the LA riots. And I don't remember how old they were then, but I mean, this is supposed to be an incredible documentary about their life and how their father protects them. And let me see. Will was out of line. Vernon says Will was out of line. He should have been escorted out. Yeah. And I literally watched it and was like, like, silly, naive me. I was like, oh, that's part of the act. I'm always like that, like, huh? Because I don't watch the Oscars. I just happened to be up at 2 a.m. I couldn't sleep. I was scrolling through and I'm like, that's weird. So I'm that weirdo. Yeah, there's a lot of people were like, it's not my place to judge. Honestly, I'm not holding it in, not telling you. It's just not my place. White people are cruel enough to Black people, and it's just not my place. I don't know how else to say it to judge, but I will definitely read what you have to say because that's what matters. So, Lerone, Will Smith is totally wrong and off his rocker. Chris Rock didn't know Jada had, I don't know how to pronounce it, alopecia. He was talking about G.I. Jane. So, in my opinion, it was a foolish move. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that too. How can you sit in the front row and get mad at a comedian? Yeah, I mean, was it cold? Sure, it was cold. I mean, it was pretty cold. But he roasts people all the time. And I know they're friends. So, I mean, it's not my place to say. But yeah, it's definitely, I don't know what it feels like to be a Black person in this society. I don't know what it feels like to be a Black woman in this society. And I thank God above, because we are absolutely horrific to Black people and Black women. They can't be angry. Don't even get me started. They can't be angry. Oh, God forbid. They have actual feelings. I mean, it's, Chris Rock's a comedian. He always does that. That's his job. And, as a comedian, I follow this one comedian named John Balby. He's a disgusting pig, okay? He's hilarious. I mean, he is a fucking pig. The man, he does song parodies, okay? So, the real me's coming out here. I've been to him live. He's bigoted, racist, misogynistic. He hates everybody. He goes after everybody. He's disgusting. Oh my God, he went to the Juilliard School of Music. He's incredibly good at what he does. He does song parodies. And he's really funny. And I take it as that. It's a joke. But he's never come after me for a disorder I have that's embarrassing and humiliating. And so, I mean, I can't speak for it. There's something going on with Will, and I think it's also something between him and Chris Rock that has been festering over the years. That's what I read as well. Thank you for that. So, yeah, it was was kind of surreal. But for me, what I did was I just made it about women. I kind of like used the moment to like do a video. So I'm going to show you the video really fast. Let me just hear. Smith cried throughout his acceptance speech, in which he didn't really reference Chris Rock directly, but he apologized to the Academy, I guess. I thought, I will say this, I've never been had the shit slapped out of me in front of a million audience and kept my composure. I'm not commenting on anything other than that, but that man kept his composure. Damn. Chris Rock, that's all I can say, because I don't know that many other people would have been. Hi, Big. You're so funny. Yeah, I don't know if everybody would have handled that like he did. But anyway, if you want to call in for any reason, do so. The number is at the very top of the comments. The crying was misplaced to me. He was just very emotional. It was all over the place. Yeah, it was a lot. There was a lot going on. It's complicated, I think. I don't know. Not my place to judge. And it's not like, honestly, I'm not like, God, I wish I could say this. It's just not my place. I don't know why, but some things I don't need to have an opinion on. Jim Carrey said Chris Rock should sue because of how that embarrassing act is in the internet forever, I think we're trying to say. Or you know what? I thought they were friends. And yeah, yeah, I got it. Okay. Thanks. I can't answer to that. Personally, I can empathize enough with how it went down that I would like to say I probably wouldn't personally, but I'm not saying that that's the right answer. But I'm like one of those sanctimonious people try to always take the high road, and like for him to have done that, like, you know, maybe that's like something's going on in him, and like, yeah, it was a bad thing, but you don't go smacks anyway. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's definitely an understandable opinion. Lerone, besides 4 years ago, Jada and Will were protesting the Oscars. Now, since they get a bit of shine, I guess they don't see the Oscars as racist anymore. I lost all respect for Will. I applaud Chris Rock for his cool head and professionalism. Now, an assault lawsuit is necessary if he chooses. Yeah, I mean, I thought the Oscars were really, really racist, so I never watched them, you know? But again, not my place. God, I'm so lucky it's not my place. Just kidding. No, I just, if I don't know enough about something, and as a white person, it's not my place. But also, if I don't know enough about something, I won't give an opinion because I'm scared. Just kidding. Because I try to like control myself. But yeah, interesting. So let me show you the video. Let me see. And then I have a couple comments from viewers. I went on LinkedIn, and LinkedIn, oh my God, had some serious stuff on this. I went on, there's some stuff all over the place. It's everywhere. So here's the video, and I hope you like it. I'm a total hag, but I kind of like worked it into the video. So if you can help share this video, I would be very, very appreciative. Okay, let me just see here. Introducing the hag. Okay. Let me see. I just want to come on for a minute. I just rolled out of bed, dropped my kid up at school, didn't brush my hair, and we'll get back to the hair part later. Last night, Chris Rock told a joke at the Oscars, and it was extremely hurtful and inappropriate to Will Smith's wife, and Will Smith walked up on stage and slapped the shit out of him. It was pretty shocking. I'm not here to judge that. I'm not even here to talk about that in particular. It's not my place as a white woman. It's out of my lane. Okay? Just not my place. I won't go there. But where I will go is this. Thoughts this could be an educational moment for white people. We treat black women like pieces of shit. Will was about to be awarded for a movie he did on the Venus Williams and Serena Williams, the sisters and their father, had a little to do with protecting black women in our society, which is what we don't do. Okay, I'm talking. We are horrific to Black women in this country. White women. I'm talking to us. Okay, we hold rallies for women's marches. They're not women's marches; they're white women's marches. During the vote, we weren't getting suffrage and voting rights for all women, like they tell you in whitewash history. We were getting votes for us. We didn't want Black women to have votes. No way. We had a law that allowed us to murder enslaved humans and get away with it, just made for us, women. Because you see, women, when we were allowed to, white women, when we were allowed to enslave another human being, that was our first time where we legally could own property. And oh, did we own property? Okay, maybe people might not know that. And guess what? When our husbands raped the enslaved humans and they had a child, we could kill their kid and get away with it. We had a law that said we could kill their child, harm their child, maim them, kill them. Yeah, that. So let's get back to the hair thing. Last week, the House passed the Senate, obviously, who knows what they're going to do, a federal bill saying that you can't fire a Black woman, or it's actually anybody, but pretty much pertains to Black women, for wearing her natural hair. Yeah, you heard me correctly. We have to pass a law in 2022 saying you can't fire and get away with it. Okay, see, now let's back to my hair. This is my natural hair, right? It's unkept. It's a wreck, all right? It doesn't matter how much time a Black woman puts into her hair. It doesn't matter if it's gorgeous, beautiful, expensive, kept. It doesn't matter. In many, many of our states, you can fire her for wearing her own fucking hair, okay? And the point I'm trying to make today is we treat Black women in our society like a piece of shit. I could go on and on with the examples, and I'm not going to, but of all the people who should freaking know about this, how horrible it feels to be treated as a second-class citizen, Black women have to deal with the unconscionable crime against humanity of systemic racism, as well as being women who we just shit on. White women, especially. My God. This can't be our best. We have to do better than this. And I just wanted to open up that conversation because I'm fairly certain most white women have absolutely no clue what I'm talking about. Please tell me what you think in the comments below. This is sick shit. Okay, that was me not at my best, but nevertheless, it was me. Let me take some comments. I was just like, some things are just unbelievable. So I kind of took it there. I'm sure, I'm sure T. Let me just make sure I'm not skipping anybody. T. I'm sure Chris Rock understood the assignment when everything happened. He knew that if he hit him back, it would be perceived badly. Very professional and shows that he has self-control. T. My husband just literally talked to me. Oopsie, I'm just reading. I'm not even reading. I'm just saying what I think you said. I'll read it. My husband was literally just talking to me earlier about the women's suffrage movement. We were just talking about how it really wasn't for Black people. No, it was not. And you know, when Black men got the vote, like I've done in a couple of my videos, I don't know if a lot of people are like aware of this and stuff, but the women's suffrage movement, they were not supportive. They were obnoxious. In general, they were absolutely obnoxious about it. And I have a whole video on it if you want to see how obnoxious, very obnoxious. And it's what we do. I am pointing a finger at white women. These are our sisters. These are us. I don't know why we do it. T. Black women hair is becoming a big topic of discussion in America right now. Yep. And I am very, very glad. That's why I kept pulling like the hair. You're naturally born with it. I just can't even think about it. It's unbelievable that we have to have these kind of laws. It really is. Before we say goodnight, I wanted to read a couple comments from some people, and definitely if you want to say something, that would be great too. Just a few comments. Somebody said the joke wasn't about the hair per se, but yeah, they said that the comparison is the original character portrayed by Demi Moore in real life cheated on Bruce Willis with a younger man, Ashton Kutcher. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know pop culture. Jada cheated on Will with a young Augustine. That may be why that acknowledgement hit harder than the slap. Comments, anybody? I thought that was kind of an original comment. Somebody said that was the most shameful night in Oscars. And somebody else said this. And I will happily show you this part. 1 second while I read it. Check this out. This person said the year Hattie McDaniel became the first ever African American to win an Oscar for her role in Gone with the Wind. People had to pull favors to let her in the building. She wasn't allowed to sit at the same table as the film's white cast members and forced to sit at the far end of the room against the wall with her agent. So no, this person says, this was not the most shameful night in Oscar history. Not even close. So that was another opinion that I wanted to pull in that I think is really important. And oh my gosh. I'm moving things all over the place. And then there was one more person. His name's Darian Lane. And he had a hell of a lot to say about this. So that's how I'll close. I'll try to get it out fast. All right. This is what Darian Lane, and this was on LinkedIn. He said, Black women are the most disrespected and unprotected women on the planet. When someone steps up to protect him, he's immediately vilified on all fronts. Hence the cycle. People have forgotten how disrespected Halle Berry was when she accepted her Oscar. Adrian Brody grabbed and kissed her full on the lips, zero consequences, mind you, while her husband sat in the audience mute, unmoved, and in shock. He handled it with grace and dignity and was divorced a year later. This is just his take. Let a white actor slap a comedian. Let a white actor slap a comedian for doing a joke about his wife's cancer, bald head, or the whole world would applaud. That comedian was completely out of line narrative would have appeared overnight. The press would have hailed him a hero. Cancer groups would have honored him with billboards, t-shirts, and speaking engagements. However, let a Black man run to the defense of a Black woman with alopecia, his wife no less. Clutch your pearls. Appalling and disturbing behavior. Classless violence. Violence is not the answer. He must have had mental issues with his mental health issues. Cancel him. It's her fault. Misguided chivalry. It's an assault. They should have called the police on him. Take his award away. Jail him. It's not about race. Chris didn't go after a white woman's looks or a death nominee. Somehow he knew better. For people who have created laws to carry guns, school shootings, police brutality, wars, slavery, oppression, and mayhem on every continent, somehow they are the first to tell you violence is not the answer. And that was what I wanted to read to you because I thought it was definitely a interesting opinion. What do you think? Tell me what you think, and I will say goodnight to you guys. T, I was going to go there about the protection of Black women. I think that that may be where Will was going. Yeah, that's how it hit me. But anyway, Black women are always treated poorly. I know, and it's unconscionable. I've done a bunch of videos on it. I don't want to go on and on, but I mean, I could. He said it all. So you like Darian? Yeah, you could follow him on LinkedIn. His name is Darian Lane, and I just was blown away by his take. Darian Lane. I was like, damn, okay. Somebody who's not afraid to speak his truth to power. And you know what? I don't know if you agree with them or don't agree with them, but it's another perspective of a Black man. And I just was trying to put it out there. I was trying to put as many like different ones as we could, and also to make sure to hear yours. So I cannot thank everybody enough for being here. We will try to be more consistent. We've missed 2 weeks before, and I appreciate so much this conversation. It's cathartic. It's something to think about. And remember, if you feel like I do, that it's just way past time for white America to take some racial responsibility, please consider subscribing. Support what I do in any way you can. Support it by just sharing something that you like. By sending me a friend that's white that you just can't take it anymore and you need me to. People grab me all the time. It's hard because I'm not quite on Facebook all the way now, long story. But if you need me to stand up to somebody, I'm happy to do it. That's what I do. I'll find it, and I'm not going to be rude, but I will definitely tell them. Some people will not listen to somebody who's Black, brown, or indigenous. It's unbelievable. I mean, if I was good at what I do, I'd be out of business because nobody should be listening to me. They should be listening to Black people. Okay? But I know some people don't. And so I am here to stand up and speak to white people. To catch me? Oh, to catch me? I'll just send you my phone number. I'll send you my phone number on how we're connected. Yeah, I'll send you my phone number. That's how you can call me anytime. Is that what you mean, kind of? No, I'll give you my phone number. That's how you catch me. You call me. Thank you for asking it. Chris has made, Laurent, Chris has made jokes on everyone and he never runs away. It was not a case of disrespecting Black women. Chris was joking about the movie G.I. Jane. Yeah, and that could be the case. It could be. I just used it for that because I can't really talk to that. I'm not going to like fling myself out of my lane and talk about 2 Black men who are movie stars and very popular and very famous. It's not my place. So I was like, I want to in on this. So I just made it, because I thought because of the movie that he wrote, that Will did with the Williams sisters, the Prodigies, and I thought it was disrespectful. It was rude, but I mean that's what roasting is. It's got to be, or it's not really roasting. So I totally get what you're saying. I'm not saying that I am right. I just want to do my video because I want an opportunity for white women to hear this. We need to hear this. It's because it's true, and it's not said enough. So T, like when a racist white person is saying something on Facebook, how do I get you quickly? Oh, I gotcha. Okay, got it. Sorry, T. Oh my God, I'm everywhere. Okay, here's the problem. I am not on Facebook. I have a person who, thank God, when they kicked me off for life, still don't know why. They won't tell me why. It's enraging. So I used to be able to, you just tag me, but I can't be tagged now. So it really sucks. You have to send me where it is, and I will try to go in with somebody else's account. So, I mean, it's really crazy. I used to just be on constantly. Like, I did this all the time. All my friends would, my Black and brown friends, they'd say, help me here. I'm sick of this. Because you don't have to fight this crap. I am on YouTube, yes. But it's a lot harder for people to do stuff. On YouTube, it's hard to get me because there's no direct link really to a personal message to me. But on Facebook, what you can do is I'm glad you asked. Yeah, the reason you have a hard time getting me quickly is because I'm not really on Facebook. I was kicked off. So I'm using somebody else's account and you can't tag me on there. So it really sucks. But you might be able to get me quickly, but I will follow through. I will go in and I'll do what it takes. It might be like a day later, but because I have to kind of find it on my own. So the more hints you give me, the better. But honestly, I'm not trying to make it about me, but they killed me. Taking me off just wiped out my ability to be able to be there for my friends. I mean, but there's nothing I can do. It's thanks, Mahako. Thank you. Good night, everybody. And T, if you have more questions, definitely just call me. I get what you're saying now. Sorry, I'm a little slow, But have a good night. Please be safe out there. Can't thank everybody enough for being here. It means the world to me. So, Jeffrey, hello, hello, hello. We're just ending the show. All right. Thanks for being here, Jeffrey. All right, T. So get in touch, and anyone who wants to personal message me, absolutely anytime. I would be, and I promise I will get back to you. Replying to tongue active. What? Hannah, I don't know what you're talking about, but you're talking to Vernon about something. Maybe he'll know. That's funny. I'll have to try to figure that out. All right. Sweet dreams, everybody. Have a great night and be safe. This nation's losing its mind. All right. Oh, it's okay, Jeff. I'm glad you're here. Good night, everybody. Hey, better late than not. Not here at all.